So I've been wanting to put a few more tutorials on my channel, and I saw that one of my former students was working on an old Taylor Swift song. So I thought it might be fun to try to do a hopefully quick tutorial for a couple of different ways to play mean. I know there's lots of tutorials out there, but this is a fun one because there's a couple ways that you can do it with some things that make the chord changes a little bit easier. Most of the tutorials that I find for this one are the version of the chords with the capo on the 4th fret. So if you notice on my guitar, I actually have the capo on the 6th fret because my guitar is tuned down a full step. But if you're playing along with this version, you would need a capo on the 4th fret. And the chords we're going to use to start the song are going to be A minor, a G suspended 4 chord, and what we're going to call an F sus2 chord. So the A minor, that's going to be first finger on the 1st fret of the B string, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, ring finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. For the G, you're just going to kick that ring finger all the way over to the E string on the 3rd fret and let it lean back to mute the A string. First finger stays right where it was, and 2nd finger is off the guitar. For the F suspended 2, or what we're calling an F suspended 2, we're going to move the ring finger to the 3rd fret of the A string and drop the pinky down on the 3rd fret of the D string and leave that middle finger up. So we've got an open G string. Now, technically, if you're just playing those strings, that would be an F sus2 over C. With that one, if you can wrap your thumb around and fret the F note on your low E string, or what would be an F without the capo, you can get that low F in that chord as well. Again, these chord names are all relative to the capo. So again, we've got A minor, G suspended 4, and F sus2. The rhythm for this song is going to be a strumming pattern that we're going to try to do. And for those of you who are interested in the other version of the chords, I will try to put a link in there so you can jump right to that other version as well. And I may add a couple of extra little tips and tricks at the end of the video too. The strumming pattern we're going to use for this one. We want to keep a nice strumming, up and down strumming rhythm going. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... The strumming pattern we're actually going to want to do is down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. 1 and, E and a, 1 and, E and a, 1 and, E and a. But you want to keep that wrist moving as if you were strumming all of those 16th notes. And we're just choosing when we want to hit the strings. Now I know for some of my students they have trouble when we've got a pattern that goes down, down, up, down, up. They have trouble keeping that wrist moving before that isolated up strum. So if that's where you are in your guitar journey at the moment, you can, instead of leaving out that downbeat, you can strum down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. And then as you get more comfortable, leave out that extra down strum. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So when we put that together with the chords, what we're going to have is one time through the pattern for each chord. So basically half a measure for each chord, except the F chord we're going to give a full measure, so 2 times through the pattern. We've got A minor, G sus4, F sus2, F sus2, A minor, G sus4, F sus2, F sus2. You, with your words like knives and swords and weapons that you use against me, you have knocked me off my feet again. So we've got that rhythm going for all of those chords. For the pre-chorus, we're also going to throw a C chord in there. So again, our first finger is still going to be on the 1st fret of the B string. And if you've noticed, for all of these chords, that first finger stays right in the same place. For the pre-chorus, we've got a G, then a C, and then the F sus2. So our G sus4, regular C, and the F sus2. The chorus, we're going to start with that C chord, then go to the G sus4, then to the A minor, then to the F sus2. So we've got someday, G sus4, living in a big old city, and all you're ever gonna be is me. So that was C, G sus4, A minor, F sus2, C, G sus4, F sus2, C, G, A minor, F sus2, C, G, F. Now for the other way to play this song, we can take the capo off for you. For me, I'm going to put it back to the 2nd fret so that I'm in standard tuning. And instead of those chords that we were just talking about, we are going to use, and I'm going to transpose here so that I don't mess up the order of things. We're going to start with a version of a C sharp minor chord. So you're going to have your first finger on the 4th fret of the A string. Then you're going to use your ring finger and your pinky to play the 6th fret of the D string and the G string. We're going to want to mute that low E string a little bit with your thumb, but we want to strum just down from that A string. Then we're also going to use a B suspended 4 chord. So we're going to take that same shape, but instead of the 4th and the 6th frets, we're going to move it down to the 2nd and the 4th frets. Then we're going to move up to an A suspended 2 chord. So we're going to take these 2 fingers and slide them down to the 2nd fret, still on the D and G strings, and the first finger gets lifted up. Now when we get into the pre-chorus and the chorus on this one, we're going to be adding an E chord. So we can lift that pinky up, drop the middle finger onto the 2nd fret of the A string, and put the first finger down on the 1st fret of the G string for an E chord. So we've got these nice sliding shapes that we can use. Again, we're going to start with that C sharp minor. If you're not used to these, that stretch can feel a little daunting at first. But once you get comfortable with that stretch, it's nice to be able to take that shape and just slide it from the C sharp minor to the B sus4 to the A sus2. And then just drop those fingers down and lift the pinky to get to the A. So if we're using that strumming pattern at the, well, let's go to the chorus. And we'll start on the E for the chorus. And then we're going to go down to that B suspended 4, then up to the C sharp minor, and back to the A sus2. We've got E first, someday, B, C sharp minor, A sus2. Someday I'll be living in a big old city, and all you're ever gonna be is me. So that second line was E or B sus4, A sus2, E, B sus4, C sharp minor 7, A sus2, E, B sus4, A sus2. At the beginning, it starts on that C sharp minor. You, with your words like knives and swords and weapons that you use against me. Again, that was the C sharp minor chord, the B sus4, then the A, twice. You have knocked me off my feet again, got me feeling like a nothing. You, with your voice like nails on a chalkboard, calling me when I'm wounded. You, picking on the weaker man. So I hope that's helpful. Now, I said I might throw in a couple extra little tips and tricks too. There's a spot in there where you're going from someday I'll be living in a big old city. so we can make an extra move in there. We've got the E, the B sus4, C sharp minor, B sus4 A. Living in a big old city. Now the same thing, if you're using the other version of the chords, we've got that, oh wait, went too far. We've got the C that we're starting on, I'll be, then to the A minor, and to the F suspended 2 chord, but we can do an extra little walk down in there, especially if you've got the thumb for that F chord. We can do pluck and strum, so instead of that first down strum, pluck, down, up, pluck, down, up, pluck, down, up, and if you've got that low F, pluck, down, up. We can add that extra little walk in there with a C, G sus4, A minor, and then a G, F. So someday I'll be A minor, G, F. Play around with those things and have fun with the song.